Nokia has already launched a handful of phones this year, but the Nokia 8 is its premium flagship handset. Equipped with a 5.3-in, 2560 x 1440 SHO, 4GB of RAM and the modern-day Snapdragon 835 processor, this is a top-tier handset, with a suitably high charge factor. Expect inventory Android Nougat proper out of the container, with Android Oreo making in look sometime inside the close-to future. At £500, the Nokia 8's fee is very tons what you'd assume from a flagship tool. You might suppose it a little steep, specifically considering that the Nokia 6, one step down, costs simply £200. However, don't let that fool you. The Nokia 8 is a flagship in every appreciate, and also you're getting a top-tier phone with your tough-earned coins. At this rate, although, the Nokia 8 faces stiff competition. There's the Samsung Galaxy S8 to take care of, which has just dropped below £600, and the Google Pixel range starts off evolved at £600, too. If you're inclined to forego Android, there's additionally the iPhone 7 own family to bear in mind, which works its way up from a beginning charge of £600. The primary thing you'll spot is the 5.3-in, 2560 x 1440 display on the front. That decision amounts to a pixel best density of 554 ppi, and Nokia has wisely opted to protect it with a sheet of Gorilla Glass 5. It's a tad disappointing to observe that the Nokia 8 lacks the snazzy side-to-facet shows of the Galaxy S8 and LG G6, however it's a decent display screen, although it's brilliant and clean, and exactly what we'd expect to discover on a flagship phone. So shiny in reality, that the Nokia 8 is definitely superb. A max brightness of 663 CD/M2 is extra than appropriate for even the brightest summer season days, and you may in no way have to squint at your telephone once more. Mark my words. As for color accuracy, the Nokia 8 perfectly poised in that department, too. An sRGB shade gamut insurance of 98.5%, as measured through our X-Rite shade calibrator, competitors even the likes of Samsung's AMOLED displays, and a median delta E of 3.28 points at a show it really is properly really worth its slow. Given that is a 2K display too, you'll be ideally suited for looking Netflix indicates at the move. Nokia has simply driven the boat out in relation to layout, even though at the same time as its other handsets have didn't encourage, Nokia has drawn at the layout cues of the long-lasting Lumia handsets to create something pretty special. The 8 is splendidly slender, measuring a dainty 7.3 mm thick, and because it's made from just a single block of aluminium, it each looks and appears like an absolute stunner. Everybody loves a properly chamfered area, and these are pretty evidently some of the best chamfers you'll come across on a phone. It doesn't just appearance appropriate, although, the curved aspects ensure that the handset sits snugly in the hand, and make it easy to use the fingerprint reader without adjusting your grip or shuffling the phone approximately for your palm. It's the Digicam which honestly units the 8 other than the group. Out returned, you'll find a Zeiss branded twin camera setup, with one being a monochrome f/2.0 13 megapixel sensor, and the opposite incorporating a 13 megapixel BOG well-known RGB sensor. The two work in tandem, with the monochrome sensor taking pictures element and the RGB sensor shooting color. This is a method utilized by numerous other recent flagships from rival manufacturers, however the end result is an photo with oodles of detail and brilliant, punchy shades. One specifically fascinating new characteristic is what Nokia is looking at bothy, the potential to take photos with both the front and rear cameras simultaneously. Press the shutter button and both photographs are squeezed right into a single body, with a snap of your reaction on one side, and the view you're gawking at on the opposite. It's a neat little addition, and a function this is ideally fitted for FB and YouTube stay streams. The Nokia 8 has the kind of horsepower you'd assume for a current flagship. There's Qualcomm's contemporary octa-middle processor on board the Snapdragon 835, and that is partnered with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, expandable up to 256GB through microSD. That's a reliable recipe for excessive give-up performance, absolute confidence about it. And the figures display. Going for Walks Geekbench 4, the Nokia 8 reached 1930 within the unmarred center. Take a look at, and a blisteringly brief 6540 in multi-core. Stacking it up towards 2017's different huge hitters, this end result places the Nokia 8 firmly among them, with near equal rankings to the Galaxy S8, Xperia XZ Top Class and iPhone 7. As for gaming overall performance, it isn't always quite the identical tale. A median 3.5 FPS in the GFX Bench Manhattan 3.0 on display check is in no way abysmal. However, while placed side by side with different Snapdragon 835 prepared handsets, the Nokia 8 begins to fall a touch flat. The wrongdoer? Its 2K display, for certain. Check the chart under, and you will see what I imply. Nokia also talked up the Nokia 8's superior warmth control solution at its launch. In short, a liquid-cooled copper pipe runs across the period of the Nokia 8, with graphite protecting dispersing heat from the Snapdragon chipset in the course of the metal shell. This all sounds very remarkable, and Nokia says it's the right way to maintain warmth tiers to a minimal, and as a consequence potentially extend battery lifestyles. In reality, battery existence is the 8's raison d'etre. The flowery thermal tech internal seems to have executed its job, with the Nokia 8 reaching a total of 18HRS46 on a single price at some stage in our non-stop video playback test, with the screen set to our standard 170 CD/M2 brightness. For assessment's sake, the Nokia 8's 3,050 mAh battery is longer lasting than the Galaxy S8, XZ Premium and iPhone 7, however falters when positioned head-to-head with the OnePlus 5.